Hey everybody, it's Bridget with Bougie Budget Plans coming to you with a new video. It is after Black Friday. It is actually December 1st and I'm putting up a bunch of videos today. This video is going to be part one of probably 3 or 4 videos. Maybe a little long, maybe not, but sit back, have a drink. We are going to go through my Black Friday purchases from Cloth and Paper and let you see what I got as I prepare to set up my planners for next year in 2026. If you're interested in some spoilers, seeing what they have new, seeing if Cloth and Paper is a box that may interest you, then stay tuned and I'm going to show you what I got. Be right back. Hey everybody, it's Bridget with Bougie Budget Plans. Welcome back and thank you so much for sticking around. If you are new to our channel, I want to welcome you and thank you so much for stopping by to check out my videos. If you are a returning subscriber, then welcome back. I'm going to ask you to please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel as I try to grow and get monetized. And again, thank you for stopping by to watch the video. As mentioned previously in the introduction, I was letting you know that I'm going to be unboxing my deliveries from Cloth and Paper for Black Friday. If you're not familiar with Cloth and Paper, it is a subscription box planner service and they are amazing. They're considered luxury. I will say they cost a little more than some. You know, that just depends on how everyone feels about what's expensive and what's not, but they always do a Black Friday sale and normally you can get things discounted or deeply discounted, from Black Friday sales to Cyber Monday sales to sample sales, things like that. So as I prepare for 2026, I'm deciding how I'm going to use my planners and what planners I'm going to have, and there are some things that I wanted. I will probably try to put it in one of these corners. I'll put it somewhere in here. I am going to purchase myself a Coach Empire 40 carry-all. It is a beautiful bag in a Bordeaux or Merlot color. It's almost, what do they call it, ombre at the top. Really pretty bag. And then later I saw when Cloth and Paper started talking about their Black Friday, the colors they were going to have, and they all match perfectly. So I'm super excited about this. They came really quick. So what I'm going to start with is the smallest one first. I got one of them like right after order and then got one after that. I'm doing these 2 boxes together because I have like 3 more orders. Needless to say, don't judge, but I have 3 more orders that are coming. So this is the box that it came in right here. This is their standard box with Cloth and Paper. There's Luxury and Simplicity, and it gives you the longitude and latitude of their offices, or Virginia, where they are. I went ahead and opened it. So, and I didn't open everything. I opened the box because I knew I was going to have 2 boxes. So this is the first one. And I'm going to go ahead and take that out so that you can see that. And I'm going to move this box over as much as I can right here. I think I'm going to just move it out the shot real quick. So I'm going to zoom in just a bit. Not that much right there. So this is the new packaging that Cloth and Paper has. I'm sorry, I almost knocked that candle over. But this is the new packaging. It is a vellum, I guess you could say, envelope or packaging that they have. It just has Cloth and Paper there with the longitude, latitude of Virginia, and they sealed it. Now I am keeping these. I'm a hoarder, y'all, because this is a really nice vellum and I'm sure I can figure out something to do with this. I have some ideas already, but it's not damaged in any way because of this sticker. I'm just taking the sticker off slowly so it doesn't rip the paper or damage it much at all. But yeah, so I did that. Now, this order is a small one because I went back and got it on the same day that I made my first Black Friday purchase. Sorry for the loud paper noise, but I went back because I realized I wanted something else. So let's start here so you can see the rest of the packaging. And you do get these little envelopes. I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't know what happened there. Something fell, but you do get this. So this is their envelope right here. And it's like a receipt in here, and you get some like freebies with it. But I do keep these because they can be used for so much. So I keep these. Those new ones are the vellum ones. And then you have kind of a journaling card right here. I do have this one already. It'll be an extra one, or I might, cut it and use it in a different way or something like that. But it just shows the intention box, which for December, these are the colors and things like that. And then they just tell you thank you for your purchase and whatnot and all the things. So now, I will have to say, as much as I love cloth and paper, if they send me another one of these letter sticker samplers in this concrete, I'm going to scream. Because I have like 4 or 5 of them now. Like, seriously, I do. And I don't want them anymore. I have way too many. They might come in handy for something, but I don't know. It's 44 stickers. But this is the freebie for right now. And then, like I said, that all comes in this nice little envelope that you can use for a lot of things. So I will put this one on the shelf with the rest of them. So this is what I ordered. This is actually for the A5 Slim Traveler's Notebook, which I'm not going to say I'm not going to use it next year. I don't know when I'm going to use it, but I wanted it and it's sold out. So I went ahead and grabbed it because I didn't want it to sell out again, and I'm loving it already, the size. So I got the document holder, and I'm probably going to get another one because I've seen a couple of things you can do with them. So you put this in the Traveler's Notebook, and it has pockets. So it gives you pockets on the Traveler's Notebook. I've seen them on cloth and paper use them and like put their stickers on the front, put stickers like that they're using on the inside, or put other things on the inside, but it fits within the bands of the Traveler's Notebook. So this is the document holder that I got. And then I also got the Pilot Iroshizuki ink. I wanted to try their ink, not a big bottle. They do have large bottles. This is a 15 milliliter bottle. I love fountain pens, love trying the colors of the inks and stuff like that. But when it's a color that I have not seen in person, I get a small one. Because the inks, depending on which brand you get, they can be a little costly, let's say for ink. And if you don't like it, then you're stuck with that ink bottle. So the bottles are beautiful as well, but this is the bottle right here, and it's a beautiful, I'm not going to say it's like a fire, it's not a fire engine red, it's almost a Merlot colored red, but I'm going to try this out, and I will put the sample in my ink swatch book that I have for my fountain pens, and it says Momiji on it, but it is an Iroshizuku ink by Pilot. So loving this, love the bottle, super cute. And I did get this ink from Cloth and Paper. They do have a few colors in other brand inks. And then they have their own. So that was what I got from this first box right here. So now, let me get some paper out of the way because I'm going to have another big envelope. Okay, so this was actually the first order that I did. So this is a little bigger box because it was the first order that I did. And then I went back and said, oh, I need the document folder. So same thing with the box, y'all. I'm not going to go through that again. It's the same kind of box, just a bigger one. And let's see. Sorry for the noise. Okay, so same type of packaging, and let me zoom back out a little bit. So same type of packaging that you can see, and like I said, I'm keeping these. I don't know what I'm doing with them, but I will do something. This one looks like it wasn't on there too good when you put it on. So it did leave like a little bit of that paper on there, but that's fine. I figured I would have to cut it off anyway. So no biggie. I'm going to zoom back in for y'all a bit. Okay. And this package, I got a few things. I wish I had got some other things, and I didn't, because I was back and forth, and let me tell y'all, if you start using Cloth and Paper and you do their Black Friday, baby, you better be quick on the draw, because stuff like sells out so very quickly. I'm just saying. But needless to say, I got everything that I wanted. So here again is that envelope that I showed you, that Cloth and Paper envelope. Sorry about that, I had it backwards. And you get it with every order. And watch what's in here as far as my freebie. So then here's that journaling card. So I will have quite a few extras. And then here are those white letters again. Those letter sticker samples. So 2 of those of each, same thing. So let me show you what I got. And like I said, I have 3 more orders coming. So this is part 1. Then if you look, I'm about to do a video on my 2026 journal or planner lineup, journal, planner, budget and lineup, all that stuff. I'm going to do a video on that as well. So that's coming up. So first thing that I got was the year to glance, because I do need this to have it in the front. I want it in the front so I could go in there, even though a lot of people put them in with their planners. And the one I have, which if you haven't seen my other video, this is my stack that's going to be in my planner for 2026 right here. And I just got to label it. I have them separated, but you know, I have certain things that are going to be in here. I cut my own A5 paper. I'm looking right now, since I'm just now starting it, because one of my goals next year is to spend way less when I can do things myself that are very simple. And this is one of those things. This is A5. I just measured it on my paper cutter and then cut the paper the same. I had some blank quality paper that I got from Office Depot. It was like $40 or something like that, $30 or $40, and I'm using that. But this is the year to glance calendar, so that will be like in the front of the planner like this. So like, look at that, y'all. And this sheet you're seeing under here, because the year to glance is vellum, but the sheet you're seeing is one that I just printed that I got as a freebie. But look how pretty that is. So I wish I could have done the ink on it right here in that Bordeaux or Merlot color. That would be perfect. And who knows, I might go in and try to reprint it. But again, that's the year to glance. I will have that in there. Then I also got these, what are these called? They're like dashboard covers, but it's like you put them to show your different sections of your planner, if that makes sense. If I said that right, you show the different sections. And if you notice, I am an A5 girly. I do have an HP Mini. I do have a CP Petite. I do have a half letter. So I have all of them, but A5 is my favorite. But there are 3 of these. So you get the Daily Digest, which is debrief, breakdown, and prioritize. I'm so tongue-tied. Then you get meetings and notes, action items to remember, odds and ends, and then tasks and to-dos right here. So get it done and check it off. So I really liked these, and that way I can section out certain things in my planner. And that's one thing that I want to do in my 2026 planner, is just be more organized. And that way, you know, when I'm looking for stuff in there, I'm not flipping back and forth. And yeah, my planner is somewhat organized, but I think it can be organized better is my thing. So that's why I'm doing that. So then I don't know what to show y'all next. Okay. So let me show you this, which I did show. So this is the A5 Slim Traveler's Notebook. If you don't know what Traveler's Notebooks are, they are really kind of like carry-all, everyday carry type notebooks. And I do like to have room to write because I write big, okay? So that's why I got this, and I wasn't sure of the size of it, but I love it. Let me go grab real quick the Pocket Plus Traveler's Notebook that we got. Okay. I'm back. So this is the Pocket Plus Traveler's Notebook that we got in one of our subscription boxes, which is super cute, but it is tiny. Would I use it? Probably, just because I'm a hoarder. But I'm going to show you the inside of it. The writing is, you would have to write really small, and my writing is so big. So if you look, that's kind of tiny, y'all. But who knows? I might use it one day. And these, I think, came in another Traveler's Notebook that they sent us in another subscription box. But I put them in here because they fit. This came, I think this was last year's Black Friday that I got this. So this little patch. So this is the Pocket Plus Traveler's Notebook. I think these are good for guys, you know, who don't want to carry a lot of stuff around, but they need to have something that they can look at, you know, and go back and look at their notes for a meeting or their agenda and see what they need to do or whatever. This also came in a subscription box. I don't remember which one. I probably have the card somewhere, but it was like a travel type subscription box. It was super cute, and I put this on there, which I might put it on here when I start using it. But that is the Pocket Plus. This is the A5 Slim. So let me open it for you and show it to you as soon as I figure out which way to open it. Sorry, y'all. I always have to find the bottom. So this is a Traveler's Notebook. If you've never seen one, And I love this A5 Slim. I didn't even know they made these size in Traveler's Notebook. That is why I never got one, probably. And I'm sorry, y'all, the vinyl is sticking to the paper, so it's making it hard to pull out up here. Okay. Sorry about that, and I'm probably going to wind up tearing this before I get it out, because it keeps sticking to the vinyl, which makes it hard to get out. Let me try it this way. There we go. Okay. So this is the A5 Slim Traveler's Notebook. I love it. Here's the band, and I did get more bands in one of my orders, but this is the band that keeps it closed right here. So, and let me show you. These right here, you have a little line there, and that's where you line it up. You can take these off. I don't know that I would do that to get anything in there. I would probably try to cut around it just because I don't want to take it off. Oh, wait a minute. So let me see, y'all. Look at this. Okay, so yeah, so there's a cutout right here if you look. So you don't really have to remove that, but what I thought was cool, let me go back out. Okay, what I thought was cool is this. So if you look at this paper here, you know I'm keeping this. I told y'all I'm a hoarder. And you could put like stickers on here. You can cover that up with a sticker. You can cover this up. You could leave that. So you see what I'm saying? So you could use this vellum paper, because Aisha always say use everything. Look at this. It's got the cloth and paper stuff on there. You could cover this part up with stickers right here. If you didn't want those words to show, you can cover those up with stickers, leave cloth and paper. You could cover all this up. So I'm not throwing this vellum away. I will be using it. Let me just say that. But yeah, that vellum will be used. Now let me show you with the document folder. Let me just show you how they go in, and you'll be able to see it, but I think I'm going to learn how to add bands too. I'm going to look at that. So like you will put this document folder in, so that way if you look now, you have pockets for it. You put it in the middle, you put it in the back, you can put it however you want to put it, okay? But that's why I got this. I'm probably going to grab one more, so I have two of them in here. But I just thought this was so neat, and I really wanted it, and they sold out of it last time. I was like, let me get it. And it's like the second thing that sold out on me before, you know, something they had that I wanted. So let me go ahead and put this back in here, because I'm not going to be using it right away. But I have my moments when I don't want to carry my big A5 and I want to pare it down a little bit. And I will go to an HP Mini or something like that. But in this case, I think I'm going to be going to the Traveler's Notebook for this A5 Slim. That's what I think I'm going to be doing. Sorry for the noise, y'all. Because again, I'm trying to slide it in, but I know what it's doing. You have to kind of bend it a little bit to get it in there. There we go. Okay. So that was the other thing that I got. Then I also bought these color block sticky note sheet sets. It is so pretty, and this is the color palette that they had, but I'm also going to print on these and start really utilizing these. I have so many of these, y'all. It's sad, but I wanted this color because it's pretty. Came in a set of 2, so they will get used, and I'm going to start printing on them. There is a way to print on them. If you want to see a video on that, I can make one. Let me know in the comments, and let me know how y'all like these colors. This is the Bordeaux right here. Super pretty. That's the color almost of the bag that I'm gonna get, also of my planner. So that's those right there. Then I also got these page markers, and you get 3 of them. I got them in A5. They have this fig milk color, which is almost like this Bordeaux color, but she called it fig milk. They have the Bordeaux color, and then they have like this blue color right here. It's in the middle, but it's like a pale blue almost. But these will mark certain areas instead of me getting more dividers, marking certain areas of my 2026 planner. So see, I do have a plan in mind of what I'm going to do. So I have to get a planner dashboard to show y'all this, because there's no words for how pretty they are. Okay, y'all, so I went and got this. This is from a previous subscription box, but I want to show you these beautiful dividers that I got. So these are the concept collection. If you can see that on there, so pretty. I don't remember what color this was. I think it's smoked salt. That's what it was. But I want to show you how they look with things behind them. They're so pretty, y'all. So, so pretty. So this is the dashboard itself right here. And I'm putting it right back in the paper because I don't want it messed up. But look at this, how gorgeous. This is so, so gorgeous, y'all. I love it. So this would look good with the Merlot, and you could put a dashboard behind it or not. But if you look, that's really, really pretty. And this is smoked salt in A5. Very pretty. I love that. Okay, let me flip this over before I put this in here, because it's about to be all sticky on there. I'm sorry, y'all. I have to put things up because if I don't, I will mess it up or do something to it. So tell me what y'all think about this collection so far. This collection was on point. They did this. Whoever came up with this, they did it. I love it. I love it. I love it. There's a guy that I watch, and I can't remember his name because I just subscribed to his channel, but he's funny. He just got into cloth and paper. I think he was vegan to Jane's Agenda. And I'm wondering if he did any Black Friday stuff with cloth and paper, because some people will skip all others to go to cloth and paper. So you know what? They did say, I'm going to see, because this has scratches on it. Up here, but there are a lot of times a film on here and somebody was like, oh no, mine is scratched up, mine is scratched up, mine is scratched up. Now with that being said, I'm gonna look and see, because it does look like it's all scratched up on here. You probably can't see it well, but I'm trying to see if there is any plastic on here, like a film cover, because I don't know if I want to say it's scratched or not. Because a lot of times they will put like a film on here so you don't scratch it. But I'm going to show you how it looks anyway. I'm not going to take too much time on that. But look at that. Is that not pretty, y'all? And don't get me wrong, you can't see the scratches anyway. I know y'all can. I can when I look at it. But I just wanted to show y'all how pretty that is. That is so gorgeous. I love it. So I will check to see if there is a film on this. It looks like there might be, but I can't see how to get it off if there is one. I don't know if that's just how it's made or whatever. I'm not going to hold too long on it. I'll check that myself. And then last but not least, y'all, I got the studded dashboard. Now they did have the, what's it called? The fluted dashboard. They did have that. And I had one of those. I dropped one and broke it. All kinds of nonsense. But I did have one of those. And I still have it. I love it. I have one that functions fine. But this one was so pretty too. So this is the fluted dashboard. And see, that's why they got it in all this paper and stuff. Because if you don't, you can drop them and break the edge is what'll happen, because that's what I did to mine. It has an edge on it for you to put it in the A5 notebook or whatever you're putting it in. So this is the dashboard, and this is how it would look. And there is a film on this, but that's how it would look when you put it in your planner. Is that not gorgeous, y'all? Come on. That is gorgeous. I love that. So you see how it gives it that effect right there? That's what I liked about it. And you can put anything behind this. So that's what I liked. And this is the piece I was telling you, be careful of, not to drop it or be too tough on this, because this is just glued to the back of this. That's all it is. So be very careful on that. But that is what I have gotten so far from my Black Friday haul for cloth and paper. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Tell me if y'all are planner girlies, if you did your Black Friday with cloth and paper, if you did it with someone else, Jane's Agenda, Fancy Plans. There's so many of them out there. But let me know what you got, because I would love to see what everybody else got, how they're setting up their planners for 2026. Also, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, like this video, subscribe to the channel. I am growing, trying to get monetized, and I appreciate all of you so much. Let me know what you did for Black Friday shopping for your planner, and I will see you guys soon in the next video. Bye bye.